Donc, je m'appelle Dina, you can call me DNA, and I will be your host. I'm really happy. I just want to ask, how many people here have never been to a slam? Il me semble qu'il y a des gens qui mentent. So if you have never been to a slam before, I will tell you what the rules are. Poets have 3 minutes and 10 seconds to do an original poem of their own. No covers, please. There is a 10-second grace period. Après ça, on commence à perdre des points. Donc, on veut qu'on soit dans de 3 minutes et 10 secondes. On a 5 juges ou gang de juges qui vont nous donner des points de 0 à 10. So there are 5 sets of judges who are going to give scores between 0 and 10. High score and low score are dropped, and so the poet gets a score out of 30. Top scores in the first round Top 5 scores in the first round go on to the second round. Ça va? Instructions for the judges. Judges, your job is very important. You are the VIPs of the evening, and your perception is immaculate. Audience, the judges do not know what they are doing, so you must encourage them with cries of higher if you don't like the score, or booing and hissing. Judges, do not listen to the audience. Do your job, faites ce que vous avez à faire. Vous êtes des juges parce que vous avez de l'expertise, vous avez de l'expérience, même si vous n'en avez pas, on vous a choisi pour une raison. Donc, okay, so this is how it's going to work. A poetry slam is perfectly aware of the ridiculousness of itself, so don't worry about it. Okay? On est là pour que la poésie à propos des fleurs et à propos de la guerre sont dans la même salle en même temps. Okay? We understand the ridiculousness of the nature of Islam. What we want is poems about flowers and poems about war in the same room at the same time. C'est la communauté qu'on veut, right? It's the community that we want. Avant de commencer, c'est important qu'on soit conscient du fait que nous sommes sur des terres non cédées du peuple Kanien'kehá:ka. La terre qui est nommée Montréal, Tiohtià:ke, est un endroit de rassemblement depuis des siècles et nous sommes contents de nous avoir fait bienvenue ici et de continuer dans cette tradition. Before we go any further, we just want to acknowledge that we are on unceded Kanien'kehá:ka territory. Tiohtià:ke, which is Montreal, or known as Montreal, has been an area for gatherings for a long time, for centuries, and we are proud and happy to be in this place, continuing in this tradition. So we thank the people and keepers of the land and the water in this place for making space for us here. Okay? We have a fantastic feature for you this evening. I will tell you more about her in a little while. Elle s'appelle Deanna Radford, not to be confused with Deanna Smith. Now, if you ever need to know the difference, you're not sure who you were talking to or who was on the phone or who the email went to, between Deanna Smith and Deanna Radford, I will tell you the difference. It's very easy to see. C'est très facile de savoir laquelle est telle personne. I am the tall one. That's what I mean. That's really the only difference. Avant de commencer, pour que les juges soient capables de s'habituer à ce qui va se passer, be weird. Am I skipping something already?
You sound like you're doing great. We need to see if you can see the judges.
That's good. Can you put up your scores, please, so I can see? Just put up any old thing. I need a flashlight.
Do we need to raise the house light? Is the question.
I think we need the house lights up a little bit for judging purposes. Okay, I can see you. I can see them moving. But we're gonna have to squint. You may need to yell, and it's fine. Okay, that's awesome. Projection. We're teaching in this place, really, about projection. Should we go with the open mic? Because I don't think we need to do our sacrifice yet, do we? Already? Yeah, I thought so. So I'll just tell you, j'étais l'animatrice de notre slam pendant des années. J'ai quitté, j'ai un bébé. Alors, il y a plein de choses qui me rentrent dans la tête. I'm a little rusty, but we're going to work it out. Okay, so we're going to have our open mic first, and our two open mic slots for this evening are going to be Riley and Jules. So these are not poems that are being judged. These are folks who are trying some stuff out, sharing some stuff with the family. So we will welcome them warmly with a 3, 2, 1 throw and applaud them all the way to the stage. Alors, on commence avec Riley. Welcome to the open mic, Riley. 3, 2, 1, throw!
It is so lovely to be back, and it's so lovely to have such a large audience again, isn't it? So, I have a few poems. They're all very short, don't worry, and I themed my performances tonight, or my poems tonight, on breakups. No? We all love breakups. No? I have 4 poems. They're all on breakups. They're all about different men. I dated them in different times, don't worry. But anyway, so here are some breakup poems for tonight. Just untangling feelings. In my high school, conformity ruled. Boys and girls pairing like fire and fuel. Go get a boyfriend, that's your time spent. The boy is the goal. Welcome to the end. Now my straight peers, to grow they've had years. But what of us late bloomers? What of us queers? I am 31 and with my emotions undone. An insecure mess, always ready to run. Though my heart be lead, against my back it bled. 1,000 tons of pain that prove I'm still not dead. In plain sight, and so it ended gently as it came. No trumpet sounds, just din of summer night. Two boys who thought the other craved the same, half lost in dreams of pain, now seeking light, or finding peace when love has lost its aim, not knowing fate, but trusting in its sight. Yet why my lips, can't you forget his name? We have the Villanelle of Last Signs. I thought it was a sign that souls collide in mid-spring cries. He only blamed the wine. We saw the stars align, a joke that proves that heaven lies. I thought it was a sign. 4 hands that reach and twine, tear through the scabs that fate supplies. He only blamed the wine. We made it through the line, a race against cold heart's demise. I thought it was a sign. Though love was inclined, the two lads no time to be wise. He only blamed the wine. His lips were locked with mine, a wish that flew but now it dies. I thought it was a sign. He only blamed the wine. My last poem, this last poem is entitled Never Post This on Facebook. He was singing love songs in the shower, a pot of rice warming on the stove. There were meat and potatoes and corn flour, mixing Filipino and Brazilian in our tongues. Last night I told him I loved him, and he said the words back. We meet halfway, my broken Portuguese fits in his broken English. We have his and her sponges. He told me it's okay to cry. His head drops on my shoulder at the bus. This old lady was staring. I gave her the side eye as I fixed his hair. He was singing love songs in the shower. I set the table, placemats never used and rusted coasters. I smile, though I know his song is not for me. Thank you very much.
Merci, Riley. This is the only time I get to do this. Aw, Riley. Because I'm not supposed to influence the judges. Audience, you can influence the judges. Judges do not be influenced. Our next open mic poet is Jules. Welcome, Jules. 3, 2, 1, throw!
Hi, I'm Jules. Bear with me. I've never read my poetry in front of an audience before. I'm here because my sister convinced me to write a poetry book, which my friend is publishing, and she forced me to go to a slam place and read. So here I am. I have 2 poems for you. I write to release, to shed silent tears. I write when I don't have the words to speak, the strength to speak the voice. I write when it becomes too much, when I don't know what else to do. I I write when it feels as if my voice has been taken, stolen. I write because sometimes it is all I have. Voices in my head. Why am I choosing to keep these voices in my head? Pounding on my walls, these voices in my head, scratching at my throat, begging to be released. I've chosen to keep these voices in my head, voices so loud, they're wailing heard through my ears, eyes, streaming down my face, burning in their siren song. Voices in my head, I wish I didn't have to keep them in.
Alors pour ceux et celles qui n'ont jamais été derrière le microphone, c'est pas facile, right? It's not easy to stand up here and say what you have to say. So we're gonna ask Jules. Riley has been a part of Throw for a little while, but we'll still ask Riley too. 3, 2, 1, we'll say please come back, okay? 3, 2, 1.
Please come back!
All right. Vous êtes prêts? It smells like sacrifice. We have a tradition of having a sacrificial poet, someone who comes to spill their sweat up here in front of the judges, unafraid, to let the judges know what's happening and how to calibrate. And so today our sacrificial poet is Shelby. And the reason that Shelby is the sacrificial poet is because Shelby won the slam last month. Woo! Yeah, Shelby. I mean, we're not gonna start the bar low, like, you know. So Shelby is gonna come up. Judges, be ready to score, all right? And I will give you a terrible time because I'm a very mean person. Je suis tellement méchante. Ouais. Alors, Shelby. 3, 2, 1. Throw!
Hello everyone. Don't let that awesome introduction fool you. I'm terrified. Thank you for everyone for coming. Congrats to Jules for publishing your poetry. That's sweet. The poem I'm going to read you tonight. I'm trying to get published, or self-published because it's easier. I guess I'll just do it. It's called Puffy Eyes. Go. Well, technical. Okay. My poem's called Puffy Eyes. It's your son, playing pretend machine guns with his fingers, his little lips that blow tiny kisses, now spitting bullets at your back. You're hit, and you're gone back to the war. He lowers his weapons, confused. Your brain whips out its weapons, fight, flight, and freeze, learn from a lifetime of survival. You hate yourself for letting him see you like this, gone but present, glued to a TV only you can see. You leave the kitchen, but he's still standing, frozen to the tiles. Stepping on the cracks, he asks, "Mommy, why are you crying?" His sweet voice triggers volcanic words you do not mean, but each one hits him like the word of God, for they come from Mom, and at his age they are the same. You can already see the words dry permanently on his clay heart. You see your failure in his tears as he runs into his room. You would say you were sorry if only you were there. The only thing you know is that tomato soup and grilled cheese with the crust cut off will save the day. It's his favorite. You make it for him. Knock on his door. Tears still running with minds of their own down your snot-streaked face. You tell him to come eat, and he says, "I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry." You go to bed angry. You don't say goodnight. You bury your face in your pillow and show it how loud you can scream. He may not know how ugly you are when you cry, but he knows what a piece of shit mother you are, and so do you. You sob yourself to sleep with only a hope that it will be over in the morning. You wake up puffy eyes and start your day, heavy with the memory of the night before. No words to make tangible the feelings inside, to create a thing you can mold into a worry doll and whisper goodbye. But the body remembers, words imprisoned in the parts where a butcher cutting you to bits would only find it in the marrow illegible. So you stuff them all like Christmas turkey into one word and hold it in one hand, sun in the other, together. You make finger guns and pow, 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 the pain away together. If just for a moment, one good memory to rewrite the bad, together. Like baby steps up a mountain, one foot in front of the other, one after another, again and again, the same step on repeat. After so many, you arrive stronger than when you left. You didn't find the words, but it doesn't matter. For in breaking the barrier of can and cannot, you prove to yourself you're so much more than whatever they say. You give him the apology you will never get, welcome the thank you will never get, give him the love you never had, and that is motherhood on trauma.
So microphone use is another tricky part of what we're doing. I'm sitting right here, so when you get here, if you don't feel comfortable with the mic, just give me a little sign and we'll help you out. Because we don't want this, and we don't want that. All right, I'm giving you extra time, judges. I'm stalling. All right, judges, scores please. Okay, we've got a 9. A 9.2. We've got a 10. It's backwards though. We've got a 7.8. And we've got a 9.6. Is that what it is? Well, no, I want it to be whatever you chose, so. I can't see that. 8.5 and an 8.5. We good? Scorekeeper? We're good? Okay. The other thing that I want to let you know is, yes, applaud for Shelby. We love the poetry. We love the community. We're also committed to helping people grow in the craft if that's what they want to do. So, traditionally and according to the rules, when you engage with the audience, that's when your time starts. So if you want to tell a little anecdote, make sure your poem is 2 minutes and 10 seconds because your time is running. Okay, alors, dès que vous arrivez, tout ça, that's okay. But as soon as you get here and start to speak, that's when your time goes. Okay, juste pour que vous sachiez. Je veux pas que quelqu'un soit déçu de perdre des points parce qu'ils savent que leur poème est 3 minutes juste, mais ils sont arrivés à raconter une petite affaire. Okay? All right. Everybody feel good? Ça va? Yeah. Okay, we are going to start right away. I have the order in front of me. First to the stage is going to be Mitchell, followed by Vincent. And so, Vincent, get ready. Mitchell, coming to the stage. 3, 2, 1, roll! I did offer.
All right, this is called internalization. I could have sworn I felt you on my chest, shirtless, stupid on you, on me, by you, so deeply drunk on the promise of wholeness that I felt found by what I thought I wanted, something soft, a firm warmth beneath the lack. You left me lying like that, mouth full of dregs. I'm sure I felt us there, behind my eyes, a single-sided spirit turned sour by time. Yet slowly sober thoughts expelled the ghost, that no-faced nothing, its shadow-rimmed gold. Her easy eagle face will fade, but still, my head was hollowed, drained bone dry. They're all here now, sitting beside my guts, names unknown, all muffled by bile and shit. A vinous vomit stirs, my nose filling with subtle sweetness, maybe worth a taste. It lifts my lips, sliding back and throatward. A cycle started, doesn't stop. Drunk again.
Get used to it. Tout le monde, thank for Mitchell. calling us on. Judges, scores please. All right, we have an 8, an 8.8, another 8.5, a 6.5, and a 7.6. Those are Roman numerals. I will get better. We're going to applaud the poet, not the points. Prochaine personne sur la scène, ça va être Vincent, suivi par Mello. Donc, Vincent, 3, 2, 1, throw!
She is the daughter of cold, cities within cities, space as an absence of absence, gave her everything except for an inattentive lord. She creates these stories of princesses, knights, and towers. I always played the dragon. I am the son of a blank space, blank trees, blank branches, like winter, came claiming, rather conquering, created escape. Its cold breath bestows upon life such thin walls. I cherish senses before frost bite, hypothermia's prey. We never consider we can die. Like trees, like roots, we grow into each other. We perceive each other as others, different to ourselves and indifferent to ourselves. Tell our faces in mirrors, staring at walls, facing each other. Do you shiver too? We fail to say. Hypothermia prays. We never consider we can die. What roots once grew out of this cold tower to have fostered such ghosts as to haunt them? Even reduced to rubble, the buildings, they live long in our minds, the buildings, they are sleeping now, sleeping in our minds. High school becomes like a community. Tree roots, cold walks, brick houses, my best friends' tributes exchanged for futures, for everything residing in those halls of old pain is one day remembered as more normal. Trauma becomes like a commodity. Tree sap, cold lips, cold breath, brick tombs, our wounds must be exchanged for futures, for everything residing in these walls owes them everything. I owe them everything.
So, usually at this point, the judges know what they're doing and they're quick. And so I can start telling stories and anecdotes. Oh, look at that, I don't have time. All right, we have an 8.7, we have an 8.1, we have a 9, we have, is that 8 or 8.9? Hold on, over here. can't hear you. It's an 8, okay? And a 7.5. We'll applaud the poet, not the points. Judges, continuez votre beau travail. Audience, disrupt them.
Wait, sorry, could you repeat those scores one more time?
Due to technical difficulties. We had an 8.7, an 8.1, a 9, an 8, and a 7.5.
Thank you.
All right. Coming to the stage next is Mello, suivi par Paul. Donc, Mello. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is called Runaway Model. It's about the modeling industry. They say I'm such a beautiful woman, such a beautiful piece, such a treat for the eyes, all the boys want a piece. They say I'm a beautiful woman and that beautiful women are lucky. They said, if you stay this beautiful, you can make some money. So tall, so slim, so easy to pick up, such an easy target. Let's have a coffee, let's sync up. Let's talk pretty things. You're so beautiful. Show me your limbs. Is that a scar? Stand up. Take off your clothes. Too many inches. Can you shed those? Pretty eyes, but why so tired? Eat that again, and you'll be fired. Pretty eyes, let's take a picture. Why so stiff? Can we fix her? Suck in your stomach. Smile more. Did you work out? But are you sore? Honey. Baby. How old are you? 16? My daughter is 2. Between me and you, sex sells, and if you're sexy, you'll sell well. I'll take you overseas so far you'll forget your name. I'll have you starving, you'll be so dizzy you won't remember why you came. Come, show some more, show a bit less, bite your lips, get undressed, give me more, don't be a whore. Sure, you're 16, but isn't this what you're longing for? People will love you. People will envy you. People will want you more than you'll want yourself. People will see you, people will lust you, people will know you as a product on a shelf. You'll get attention, they'll give you affection. Look at your complexion, why are you crying? Why don't you puke? Why did you eat? You reek of defeat, are you even trying? Aren't I so pretty? Like a prey to the hounds that hunt my flesh, you all want a piece, don't you? You sexualize the parts of me I never got the chance to love to see. Pick me to pieces and measured my worth. Call me pretty, like that's all I'm worth. Why do you say that? Please don't say that. Stop fucking saying that as you smother me in admiration. I'm trying to escape your appeal through starvation. Maybe if I were smaller, you'd leave me alone. You wouldn't want me if I were skin and bone. You make me want to hide. I bury myself in chest binders, sports bra, tank top, hoodie, baggy pants, lowered my voice, tried to look big and tall, but that only made you wonder what was beneath it all. Is this what you wanted? For me to cater my mere existence to your gaze, I've made myself small enough for you to pick me up, throw me against a wall, and I'll only scream when you ask me to. I'll do what you want me to and toss me away once you've had enough. They say I'm such a beautiful woman, and that beautiful women are lucky. The beautiful women are nothing but beautiful women in the eyes of men, starving and hungry.
Look at that. All right. We have a 9.9. We have a 9.4. On a un 10. On a un autre 9.9. Definitely is. We will always applaud the poets, not the poets. Next to the stage is Paul, followed by Amina and So. Paul, 3, 2, 1.
I think she was leaving. I gotta admit, that was a hard act to follow. This might be called a dad poem. I do not approve of the wrinkles on my hands, or my love handles, or my bifocals. I do approve of my conversations with pretty women and a second glass of red wine for those pensive evenings in front of the fire. I can tolerate determined laziness, but I am bitter if I have lost an hour to aimless indecision. I do approve of time and how it enfolds me within it, how it slows when I slow, yet beats to my heartbeat when I race against it. I disapprove of my watch though, that spinning clock hands identifying me when I am. For it is not my intention now to count time, but rather to butter time on my toast and stir it in my coffee, and I hoe my garden and let time watch me. I approve of dozing off just to wake up. It is best beneath maple trees in summer, observed by Mr. Chipmunk, packing his cheek, silently adrift the two of us, cumulus and maple leaves dancing slowly, slowly away. And I dream of her as she cups her hand to my cheek, dwelling there for an age entwined. And I approve of the chipmunks smiling, watching us. I approve of now, and mostly that sensual, succulent now that is the love in her eyes, that is my hand in the hand of my child, dozing beneath a maple tree, trusting and free. I approve of my death, but only if I have discovered while I live. I started counting down at 35, never having bothered to count up to 35. When my little girl showed me her first poem, and my first boy hid a letter in my pocket asking why, Dad, but understanding it was up to him, and my second boy smiling because he knows. I approve of it all. It is life, and I approve of nothing because life passes.
Merci, Paul. We have, I'll start over here. We have an 8.7. We have a 9. We have a 9.1. We have a 9. And we have a 9.4. We applaud the poet. I'm sorry, what was it? I couldn't see.
Sorry, I said 8.4.
8.4. It's been settled down now. The judges are judges for a reason. Judges don't want to make these people mad. I'm joking. All right, you got the scores? Okay. Coming to the stage next is Amina, followed by Willow Speaks Poetry, and so Amina, 3, 2, 1.
So hi everyone, it's actually my first time. I didn't know I was like, I'm just gonna throw it there. So it's a poem about your classical heartbreak. Even when I didn't want to, I still waited for your response, for a sign. But the hours turned into days, and the days into weeks, and the weeks into months, and one day I woke up and the pain was unbearable.
My heart was ripped, my soul aching. I couldn't take it anymore. Everything felt so irreal, and that was the day I understood. That wasn't love. That couldn't be love. Love couldn't make me feel like this. Love couldn't destroy me. Love is supposed to be peace, to be serenity. That's what I've been taught. I thought everyone was too. And for a long time, I was angry. What's love if not freedom and empathy? Love is there for you. Love doesn't leave you in that much pain. Love searches for you and see if you are okay. But you never did. And I thought I would never get over it. I mean, I still don't understand how someone who pretends to love me that much just decided to walk out without even trying, treating me like an option after promising me the world, taking me for granted when all I did was love in my soul I could give. And you never did even apologize properly. You know, I used to see your eyes and feel at peace. I blindly considered you as my soulmate. Maybe I was too hopeful, too romantic, too delusional. Now when I remember your eyes, I think about your sight when you tried to leave me. And it's so silly that I cried over the silly boy who couldn't even give me the love I deserved. And it's so silly that I still sometimes think about our memories, wandering around the streets, the shops, and the coffee we used to go to. And it's so silly that you never contacted me, and it's even more strange that I waited for you to do it. Fortunately, I am not waiting anymore. Tonight, as I'm writing this poem, I'm not waiting for you anymore. I don't want you anymore because I choose me.
All right. Okay. We have an 8.9. We have an 8.8. We have a 7.7. We have a 6.5. And we have a 8.6. 8.6. All right. Is that it? Is that what it is? All right. We will applaud the poet. Now la prochaine personne sur scène sera Willow Speaks Poetry, suivi de Pacific Snail. Alors, for Willow Speaks Poetry, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, how's everyone doing tonight? Okay, that's great. My poem is entitled Shadow on the Wall. Shadow, shadow on the wall, who is the realest of them all? Plenty of times I looked in the mirror and I ain't recognized who I see, but looking at my shadow, now I see some familiarity. That is to say, a mirror only reflects what I want to see in the light, but a shadow shows who I am in comparison to the light. So I'm done looking at the mirror on the wall, because looking at that pretty thing in front of me distracts me from the darkness in my past, or sometimes my future, depending on how the light is cast. And it's funny how trying so hard to be so good can go so wrong. I thought light was supposed to remove darkness. I thought light was harmless, but the same light what leads me to see, if I step too close, leads me to blindness. So I'm done looking at the mirror on the wall, because I'll never be able to see myself outside of my own perception. I'll never be able to see myself outside of my own reflection, because what is reflected I bend until it becomes diffracted, until who I am becomes a kaleidoscope of personalities, different culture but same nationality, until I can't tell whether the inversion is really me. I went from me, this is who I am, or am I? Who is this? Is this me? Shadow, shadow on the wall, once and for all. Tell me who is the realest of them all. She said, your mirror only reflects what you want to see, because you only show your mirror what you want to see. Your shadow shows who you don't want to be. My shadow shows me. Thank you.
I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with these judges. That's only slightly passive aggressive. I'm very impressed with these judges. We have a 9.9. We have a 9.4. We have a 9.5. A 9.5. And a 9. Applaud the poets. La prochaine personne sur scène sera Pacific Snail, suivi de Jacques Assage. Donc, pour Pacific Snail, are you there? All right. Pacific Snail, 3, 2, 1.
The soap you have, the soap for now I use. Each shower, warm embrace of normalcy, surrender. The scent of lavender, I would not then choose, has now become a vessel to remember. How do I rest? Just idle, close my eyes towards the sun, lay on your shoulder, allow myself nonverbal thoughts, act more tired than I am. Maybe this is calm. I venture into nowhere, mostly populated, towards nothing. I find the stride to carry me with ease each time anew. The paths I take, some more familiar, all equally sunlit, all a reminder of the infatuation autumn places on an unexpected heart. We sat, not oppose each other, close, just out of reach, each in our respective couch, their backs against adjacent walls of corner of your living room. The quiet could have swallowed setting sun. My mind has already forgotten what I had been, born after years of sleep, and now had now again become. In this new form, more cigarettes and drinking, also your every word. I learned things so banal, like one can take the train quite simply just by showing up. 10 minutes, ticket on a track with boarding sign, then 40 minutes into blinding lights across the blurring colored forest. Now in another town, allow a branching of a narrative cut short. Laughing has been my rest from courage, and so another time becomes an inside joke. 3.5 days is enough to make my heart grow fonder, squeezed in between car rides, air travel, other lives, an ocean's breath, rage pouring, grasping every beauty, unnamed stones, layers holding up against the salt. Ventures you will go on. I'll tell you of the things which still stand unresolved. How do I rage? It starts with too long of a silence.